Hi, guys. We are waiting for our guests. Hey, there you are. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for
Hey,
joining us. Hey, how are you?
hello. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Thanks for rocking your
Yes,
t-shirt.
get it ready, pack.
I did have one for you, but things happen. So
Listen, I
listen, thank
understand.
you so much for coming on. You are talking about such an important topic that so many people deal with, especially women, and including myself. So, first of all, thank you for being our first female ambassador for
Thank
the
you
Fly
for
Travel
having
Line.
me.
Appreciate that. So happy to have you. We are just starting up, but just wait until this COVID gets out of here, honey. We're going to be popping.
I can't wait. I know it's gonna be popping. I'm so excited. Thank you for
Yes.
having me.
So, can you introduce yourself and let our audience know, like, what your baggage is and what you're here to talk about? I'm so excited to talk about it because I got questions.
Yes, yes, yes. So my name is Rochelle Monique, and I am a lifestyle expert. But how I got into all of this social media and lifestyle and just helping people is I was 387 pounds 4 years ago. And when I tell you that is so much baggage carrying that weight, not just physically but mentally, and I've lost 220 pounds with weight loss surgery.
Yes!
Thank you so much.
Can I
And
just say congratulations because I cannot even lose 20 pounds? Like, I'm trying not to be so hard on myself right now, but today I shed a tear, okay? We're gonna have to talk about that because I can't even lose 20. Okay.
see, you know why you can't lose? See this, and that's we're gonna talk about it because you keep saying you can't.
I
We're
know
gonna talk
I
about
have
it.
to do
We're gonna talk
better.
about it. We're gonna
Okay.
talk.
All right. So tell us about your journey. So what made you start your journey to your weight loss?
So I've been overweight since I was 12. So up and down with my weight, being teased as a young girl, going with the wrong crowd, doing things. Listen, I was skipping school in middle school, going over boys' house, just doing crazy stuff just to fit in. Going into adulthood, trying to fit in, didn't know my place. Just this girl who had all this style, all this fashion, because I've always been into that, but I was just so consumed with my weight, it just took over. Like it just took over my life. And I was sneaking meals. I would eat like 5, 6 times a day. Like I would eat in my car and then I would go home and eat again. Baggage, okay? Just so insecure, but kind of like playing it off because I had confidence, but it wasn't the confidence in what I look like because I knew I was fly. I was like, I'm a big girl, but I'm fly, right? I'm fly though, so you can't knock that. I'm fly, so it wasn't that type of confidence. It was the confidence inside the woman, like being assertive, being able to speak up, being able to not have any fear, and just like I couldn't speak in front of people like this right here. We wouldn't have been able to do it. Like I was just in a shell, not really knowing who I was, a
So
people
someone
pleaser.
wants to know if it was emotional eating for you.
No, it was
Okay.
just I wanted to eat. Like literally, I always go back to that even with my therapist. I'm like, I don't think it was emotional because it wasn't like I would get sad and I want to eat all this food. Like I would literally just
It's
I would
me. I'm an emotional eater.
I know a lot of them, and I've never been that way, but I was just eating just to eat. Maybe boredom, maybe being bored.
I do
Because when
that
I was
too.
young, yeah, like when I was young, that was my thing. My mother was like, "You always coming in here trying to eat." I was bored, so like that. Now I would eat because I was bored, but not emotionally. And it was just over time. I had my kids at 19. I had twins, and I I gained 100 and something pounds with them, and just got into a marriage just because I saw everybody else being married. Like I forced that man to marry me. Listen, if we could beat it, like real talk, like it's
Keep
just
it real. Keep it real.
keeping it real. Like I told him what day. I picked out the ring. I knew he was gonna propose. Like who all this weight. Ain't nobody else. Listen,
I
you know what
see.
I'm saying? Ain't nobody
Yeah.
else gonna love me. So he loved me. Let's just go ahead and do this,
Well, how
even
long did
though
it last?
5 years,
Okay.
and it didn't end well. Cause after I had surgery and I was like, sister, you got to go free.
All right. So wait, back up. What surgery? What surgery?
Oh, so I had weight loss surgery. I had
Okay.
vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So if I can go back to, got up to 387 pounds, and I have tried every diet, cayenne pepper, cabbage soup, every pill, every shot. Doctor, what's the people over there in Oxon Hill that give you those pills and that nasty tea? Like, I've been through all of that. And so my
What
doctor
I'm
said,
doing now?
what's it called?
Which one?
What's the one in Oxon Hill called with the
I
herbal
don't
tea?
know.
It
I've
was
never been to that one,
the
but I've
Calo.
been to a many of them.
It was like the Calo or something. That was back in the day. So anyway, but my doctor said, how about weight loss surgery? And you know, when people say weight loss surgery, like, oh, yes, the easy way out. It's a bad stigma around that. So I waited a whole year. I was like, I'm not doing that. And just weight piling on. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I had my husband tying my shoes. It was bad. Like, I couldn't do. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because sis got goals. Sis trying to, sis, I haven't been on the plane but 3 times in my whole life.
Because you had to get 2 seats.
No, I was supposed to buy 2 seats, but I lied and I was just holding my seatbelt like this. I couldn't fit. So now it's like I'm ready to. I wanted to try. I have worlds to travel. I'm like, I want
That's
so
right.
much for me. So I had to do something, and I say it all the time. Weight loss surgery changed my life. I
But
walked into my.
did it wreck your marriage though?
It didn't wreck my marriage. My marriage was already wrecked.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
because
like,
I know you were starting to say after my surgery, and then I stopped you
so
about the
after my
surgery. So
surgery, that's when I decided to separate. So once you do that, oh girl. So now you got the
now
surgery.
you think you all that because you lost a few pounds and you feeling good about yourself. Yeah.
And he told me, he said, I wish you were still fat. I was like, oh my God. So that was the thing, like, but that wasn't the reason. It wasn't because I was losing weight. Like, I wasn't even 1 year out of surgery yet. So I was still in my 3s when I said I wanted a divorce. But I knew that we weren't gonna get nowhere together, and it just I had to do what I had to do for me. It was
So
hard.
besides your eating, like what other things did you have to change?
Exercise.
Did you start working out?
So exercising, of course, but the hardest thing was my mind.
Your mind. All right, help a sister out. Tell me what, because I'm there.
Like,
I feel in that stuck place where I know I need to do. I'm not obese yet to that point, right?
you are not. You are fabulous.
No, girl, I still feel sexy, right?
Yeah.
But I got all these quarantine poundages on, and I'm short of breath. It flares up my asthma really bad. When I'm going up the steps, I feel miserable. Mm-hmm. But I just keep on eating. Like, eating for me, I eat for reward. I always say, look how I work so hard. I deserve ice cream and cake, and I love sweets, and I know I eat too much fruit and all that kind of stuff. So help a sister work on her mind, because I need some help.
I trust me. I
really am too big for my frame. Like, I am. I'm just too big for my frame. Like, I
know how it feels.
I'm starting to feel a wiggle and a jiggle.
Yeah. And I know how it feels. Like, people ask me all the time, can you feel the weight? Do you feel? Yeah. Like, you can feel that weight on you. So I get it. I definitely understand. But this journey taught me, like, I will always tell, and I'm like, how can I stick to it now? Because I was only supposed to lose 80 pounds. That's the statistic with this surgery. You're only supposed to lose 80. And I was like, you got me messed up. I got to lose about 100. So my doctor calls me a miracle case, but it was because I changed my mindset. You know how we get into this, oh, I'm going to start on Monday. Oh,
I do it every week.
Oh, I got to give up all my sweets. Oh. What if we looked at all of this like self-care? Like, you know how we self-care Sunday and how it makes us feel good. I had to change my mind. Like, this is a journey. So if I have a cupcake or a cookie, I'm not going to beat myself up because this is forever. Like, yeah. I'm not doing this because if I stop, I'm going to gain my weight back, and that's not what I want.
But you see how you said self-care Sunday? For me, it's like, football Sunday. So pizza, some wings, all this kind of stuff. I have got to do better. Because I know better.
Yeah. That's when you got to be like, so am I going to stay on track? Because my goals, and I used to always say this. This was one of my slogans when I first started. Never let your circumstances outweigh your goals.
Yeah.
Like, I got goals, and I know what pizza tastes like, right? And like, even if you do have pizza, I'm going to have one slice of pizza. I'm going to have, because guess what? Chicken wings, if they not breaded, that's keto. You can eat as many of them as you want. See, that's why, so I found a way of eating that I love, because keto, man, if you can still lose weight and do what you call dirty keto.
I love keto, but here's the little tea with the keto. First of all, I love all that cheeses and butter and all that, but it gives me a lot of mucus from my asthma and my allergies.
Yes.
And then when I was doing it, I was snatched, but it messes with my husband's cholesterol. So he had to have a separate meal and I had to have a keto meal. So I was just like, okay, but I love that food.
You was probably doing dirty keto though.
I was.
So we can clean it up.
Okay.
It's still good. So like, that's what I offer. I have 8 clients who I prepare meals for weekly, and they are sitting like, this is keto. They got stuffed salmon, they got crab cakes, they got salad. Tomorrow they having chicken tenders with keto fries, but it's not fried and greasy, but it's delicious. So you got to learn how to make it work for you. And I was like, let's make it fun. So I'm trying to make it fun and creating new things. And again,
and you know what also too, I do not eat enough.
You gotta eat.
I don't eat enough. I go all the day without eating. Like, I'm not hungry. I have to try to force myself to eat. And then when
so your body is starving.
Exactly. And so then when I do eat, it just holds on to all of that.
All that. It's like, ooh, I don't know when she gonna eat. So your metabolism is low. So let me tell you, I eat about, don't call me crazy. Remember, I only eat a cup of food, y'all, but I eat about 12 times a day, right? Because I eat so little. But my doctor said, why? That's why you can't gain no weight, because I'm trying to gain weight because I want to have skin removal surgery, right? But my doctor said, in order for me to get this booty lifted, I got to gain some weight, because they got to pull it from somewhere. They can't give me a butt lift without having no fat.
Some of this?
I wish you could.
I wish I could give you some of this.
Bring it to me. I need it. I'm like, somebody give me the weight. But he says, because I eat so much and so little, my metabolism is raw, like that of a teenager. And I'm like, that's great, but I didn't want to be this small. Okay. So it's like, and people are like, oh girl, that's another baggage. People be like, so you lost all this weight and now you want to gain weight? Like, I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yes, I do, because I am too small. I wanted to be 200 pounds. I'm probably 150 something. I ain't never been this small before in my life.
Yeah, so you got to get used to that. Yeah.
It's an adjustment.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about what type of issues you had when you had the weight. And you said that you always had the weight even when you were younger. And I'm going to tell you a little story. Don't take any offense to it, because it's like a true story. Stuff happens when you're little. But did you get teased and ridiculed and stuff like that?
Yep.
Yeah, so tell us about that.
So
because I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay, not as much as somebody would, because I was always pretty popular, because I just always had this personality, and I wasn't letting my weight stop that. But they would always say, oh, the girls would be like, oh, you pretty but you big, or like, don't nobody want to mess with you. Like, these girls, like her boyfriend, one of the girls' boyfriend liked me, and they jumped me. They jumped me because, girl, you fat. And don't nobody, you want my man. You trying to steal my man. He don't want you because you fat. So they tried to beat me up.
Well, us brown girls have that same issue with people saying, oh, you're pretty to be dark skinned. Oh, you're cute to be dark skinned. And I'm like, well, why would you say that? That's
I hate that.
a lot of my baggage right there.
Yeah,
Like
I hate that.
it took me until in my 30s to be comfortable in my complexion, because I'm the only brown one. I was the only brown girl in the house. My mom and my two sisters were light. So that was a baggage that I had of everybody saying, oh, I mean, well, you cute to be dark skinned. What?
But you're not even dark skinned. What are you talking about?
I can't pass the paper bag test, girl. Can't pass that. And the thing was, it would be mostly like summertime. Like summertime, if I'm out in that sun, I am like blurple. I mean, now I don't mind, but back in the day, I used to get a beating because I wouldn't go outside. If somebody knocked on the door and said, can Crystal come out to play? I would tell my father, I'm not going outside until the sun goes down because I'm going to be too black. And he would be like, you better get your ass out there.
That's right. Go on out there and play. You tripping. Don't do that. I agree with that, but I understand. And it's funny that you say that because mine was reversed. Oh, are you white? What you mixed with? Why your hair? Oh, she thinks she got pretty hair. She a white girl. Your mother white. I'm like, no, I'm black.
Yeah, but I got what she mixed with for this hair. But they always thought Dominican, just anything. I used to get Ethiopian a lot. And I'm like, what? No, just regular black. That's all. I mean, and why people gotta be something other than what they are just because what they call it though? Because it's something that they call good hair. I mean, I don't get the good hair. Like, I mean, just for y'all out there watching, she's natural. I don't get no perm or no nothing.
Okay, come on, put it back.
But I do like to, blow her out a little bit.
That's
sometimes
right.
And run a little flat iron through there.
Exactly. I don't know why because it's like, I know why, because they feel like black people not supposed to have good hair.
Right. And then what the other thing that really, really bothers me with people, if you want to straighten it, because my hair's really curly.
Right.
When you want to straighten it, you got to want to be white. You's a damn lie. I don't want to be no white, but sometimes I like to switch it up because for me, wearing my natural hair and wearing it curly is way too much work. Like I'm in the mirror all day, wetting it, scrunching it, putting stuff on it, starting to look dry. Like it's way too much work for me. So I'm not that girl. Like I can't do the whole natural.
This all you gonna get. This is the most natural as you gonna get from me. I can't do nothing with curl. Like if I try to wear it out, I mean like my daughter, her hair is beautiful and she wears it out and curl. I'm like, I don't know how you do that because my hair will end up looking like a big afro, dry. Yeah, I can't. So straight or weaves is what I'm gonna do because I can't.
Same. And when you put on a weave, why are you putting on a weave and you got all the hair? Okay, because it's easy. It's protective styling. Okay.
People don't.
So let me tell you about my story about what's the correct term? Because I was going to say fat, but what's the right term?
Fat.
Okay.
Like I don't know.
So girl, what had happened to me, and it like scarred me for life. So when I was little, I mean real little, like maybe 8, 9, and 10, my neighbor was really, really heavy, huge, right? And she used to braid my hair. So she used to sit me in between her legs and, braid my hair up to a ponytail, braid it up the back. And I was a small child. And the smell, 40 years later, I can still remember, right?
Yeah.
So, I can remember it 40 years later. So it gave me this Um,
Ocean.
huh?
Like that fat people stink.
Yes. Like caught myself as an adult. I noticed, like, when I would be out in public or places, and this is like total transparency. So I'll be out in places in public, and there may be a long line for the bathroom or something, right? And I would see somebody big come out, and I'm like, oh, I ain't going in that one. I'm just going to wait, and I'll be out there like this, like, tell somebody, you can go in front of me, you can go here, you can go here. But anyway, I mean, as I got older, I realized it wasn't just fat people you were going in there behind. Like, it's a lot of people with a funky box.
Yes, yes,
Right?
absolutely.
So now to this day, I don't care what size the person is or who it is or what they look like. Whenever I go in the bathroom behind anybody, I don't know even how it started or how it came. Like, when I come out, I notice that I have never taken a breath. Like, I don't breathe. I just hold my breath for the whole time until I get out and start washing my hands. I hold my breath. So anyway, just saying that to say, did you get that kind of stereotype?
I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one because it was like, for me, I was big, but I was always smaller on top. So I had like that hourglass shape.
Oh,
So
you had a good shape.
I was big, but I had a shape and I had a big butt. And so like I never had a problem. Like, you know how I hate to say this too, but like the big girl don't get the dudes and like, I never had that problem. I never had a problem getting a boyfriend. But I mean, now I was the secret. I've been the secret. Oh,
but you know what? I have some family members that prefer bigger girls.
Yeah,
that's all
now
they bring around for the holidays. Yeah.
But back then when I was like younger, boys wasn't really into big girls. They was secretly into big girls, like, and then they would hit me with the, oh, I don't even really deal with big girls, but I like you though, like you fly, it's something about you. I'm like, that's supposed to make me feel
what,
good.
You complimenting me?
That's supposed to make me feel good, like. But I'll be like, oh, okay. Dumb man. See, I'm about to say a curse word. Like, this is dumb and so insecure that I was putting up with stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
whole boyfriends. Boyfriends got girlfriend. Listen, baggage.
we all done played that fool before. But so listen, so let's get back to this mindset thing, because this is the part I really need.
Yes.
Let's get back to the mindset. And so you said something about it outweighing the goal. Like get me there. Help me get there.
Okay. So life is going to happen, right? So literally, let me tell you a little story first. So literally, the first year of my weight loss, that's when I went through my divorce. That's when all of that, I found my first love and he came back, and it was just a crazy year. And so me going through weight loss and going through all this at the same time, my first year of surgery, going divorce, arbitration, just craziness, my name being torn. So I was like, okay, how am I supposed to handle both of this? And I started to tell myself, you can't let your circumstances outweigh your goals. And so one day I was like, we were at rock bottom. Things were just going wrong. And my now boyfriend was like, you know what we need to do? We need to change our mindsets to change our life. So we watched The Secret, and we just started. It's way deeper than that. But literally, we started speaking what we wanted to see. So like, I was like, okay, life is going to happen. We gonna have bills. We gonna have BS. I'm going through a divorce. And he told me, if you can't change it, don't sweat it. But you got goals. You got things you got to do. So you got to feel so good about yourself that you're going to keep up, because it makes you feel good. You got to focus on feeling good. Like, if it don't make you feel good, you don't feel good heavy. So you're going to do what you got to do to feel good.
No, and I noticed every little thing, like, not just, I mean, right now we're in a COVID, so like I'm in Uggs and my come with baggage sweats and stuff like that, right? But typically on a typical day, I like to be in 5-inch heels, and right now I be be wearing my thigh-high boots and all that kind of stuff. But I noticed even when I tried to step out one night fairly recently, I was like, I'm not fear. My feet ain't never hurt before. But I'm like, it's too much weight on these heels. So I do know I have to change it. I have never, ever loved, I used to dance all through, starting when I was like 7, all through high school. I was always on a dance team or something like that. And that's like the best exercise I could do. I've never been like a gym person or like the gym. I got a full gym up in here, okay? A full gym. But I would rather hang something over that treadmill. I don't get on it. So I do know that has to change. I have to get better with just being active, doing something. You know, like my primary job is as a writer. And so it's sedentary. I'm sitting a lot writing, you know, typing and stuff like that. So I'm not very active at all.
And I get it, because guess what? I hate working out, right? I hate the gym too. And I did some here and there. I would go a month on, a month off, a month on, 6 months off. But I love to be active. So like if I could do it, something like you can dance in your house. If you could take an hour and put on a YouTube video and
I do that sometimes.
Listen, that's working out. Like, and that's
I be in here trying to do that Beyonce choreo.
Exactly, like try to make it fun. Like I be in there trying to do TikToks. Like I don't know what I'm doing, but I end up with a sweat. But we gotta stop making it seem, and that's another mindset thing. Everything don't gotta be so hard. We ain't got to be in the gym. We ain't got to be doing things like everybody say we gotta do it. But we gotta just tell ourselves that we can, and start looking at it like, you know what, this is cool. This is fun. I get to feel good. Like after you do it, I feel good. Like just start, man. You just gotta pump yourself up.
Yeah, and it's not the first time I've had to do it. And I know that before, when I had to do it, I felt great once I started to see results. Like once you start seeing the results, it does make you want to keep on going.
Right, so. And like you say, you like to reward with food, but start rewarding with other things. Like you like clothes, you like fashion. So hey, if you see a handbag, like okay, I'm gonna put some money away every week, and then when I reach my 20-pound goal, I'm going to buy those Jimmy Choos that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Rochelle, I don't feel the same because I do that all the time. Like it don't feel the same, but I am gonna try to change my mindset to that because I be like, oh,
I'll be checking on you.
This. My rewards are always like, you know, something to eat or a massage, or those are my biggest ones, you know, petty, a manicure, like facial, like those self-care things I like, you know, I do the bags and all that kind of stuff, but not for a reward. But I got to get past this food thing as my biggest reward. I got to get past that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, I have a friend who recently had a weight loss surgery, and I was checking on her quite a bit, and she was having regrets. So I was telling her not to focus on like how it is that you feel at this moment. Think about long term and how you're going to look and how it's going to impact your health and stuff like that. So I'm asking on her behalf. She ain't asked me to ask, but I want to know, like, did you have any regrets?
First, let me ask, how far out is she?
Real close. I don't want to spill her tea. Somebody might put it together, but not far out. Like had it yesterday.
Okay. Yes. So first 3 days, baby. First day, 24 hours, I was like, what the did I do? This is for the birds. And then when you go into like the first month, you like, man, it's just like you got to get to know your stomach all over again. You on liquids in your mind, like I want to eat and you can't, and you like, this is some shit. Why did I do this to myself? Absolutely. But give about a month or two, you like, this is the best thing I ever did. It's the best thing I ever did. So yes, about a month of regret, you will have it because it's tough. It's not easy. So when people be like, oh, you took the easy way out, you try getting half of your stomach removed and have to learn how to eat all over again.
Yeah, I can't imagine. This girl, I got my brows are
They hot. I love them.
Thank you. My brows are, what are they, microblade, whatever they are. The young lady is Dominican. And she was telling me, we were talking about weight and my issues with trying to just get this weight off. And she told me at my size in the Dominican Republic, they would give me that surgery.
Sure would. Girls.
I'm absolutely not doing such a thing.
Go to Colombia and Mexico. Girls smaller than you. Like I know a young lady who purposely gained weight to have the surgery so she wouldn't. So, because this is like a tool. Like it's like you can't eat but so much. So she could have that tool so she wouldn't get fat. That's the dumbest thing. But yes, you don't have to. You can go to Dominican Republic or Mexico or anywhere and get it done. Absolutely. Because some people some people don't. Their insurance doesn't cover it. Like some insurances don't cover it, and it's expensive. So when you go to the Dominican Republic and Colombia, you pay $4,000 for. Here, my surgery was over 10, almost 20,000. So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And you get the same quality of work. Most of the girls go to Colombia and like Mexico.
Wow. No, thanks. I'm going to have to work this 20 pounds off. I'll get it done. I did go to the store today because I know I have a sweet tooth. So I was like, okay, I know that I did the South Beach diet before. And it didn't feel like a diet. It was just, grilling my foods. And it just told you like what foods to pair together. So I did a really good job on the South Beach. And one of the things you could have on there was like sugar-free Jell-O with Cool Whip. So I did go right before we jumped on here. I was like, let me run and get my Jell-O and Cool, because it's 10 calories for that little Jell-O. And I put a little drop of Cool Whip on there. But the thing is, I did that because I am hooked on anything sweet. Like I will eat fruit all day. And that sugar in the fruit, even though it's natural sugar, it's not good for me because I'll be watching My 600-Pound Life. I'm hooked on that show. I'm addicted to it. I always watch Dr. Now say, he's putting them on a 1,200 calorie diet and no fruit. And I'm telling you, I be eating like 10, I'll eat like 3 apples a day with peanut butter on them. Girl, yes.
Can we switch it to strawberries? Can we switch it to strawberries?
Yeah, I guess.
Because I love strawberry. My snack is strawberries, peanut butter, and whipped cream.
Okay, I'm going to try that. But yeah, girl, I do, like, seriously, when I wake up in the morning, I get an apple with peanut butter. Then about lunchtime, I got an apple with peanut butter. And then before I go to bed, I got an apple with peanut butter. And then it's not like a little small apple. I be having a big honey crisp apple. And this is
I can't even knock it because it's so good. That combination is so amazing. So I get it. But you can't have 3. Have 1 a day.
Okay. But like I said, I don't eat like no meal. But I will eat an apple with peanut butter, and that's my meal. That's all I eat.
A bunch of sugar.
Yeah. So do you watch
My 600-Pound Life? All your body is doing is burning the sugar that you eat all every day. That's why you're not losing no weight.
Not 1 pound. So do you watch My 600-Pound Life?
Yes, listen, I'm the type of person that, like, when I was pregnant, all I did was watch A Baby Story. When I was getting ready to have surgery, all I did was watch My 600-Pound Life. I'm like obsessed. I need to know what I'm about to go through. So yes, I love that show.
I love that show. So I was gonna ask you, is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Because I see the people going home. He sends them home and he says, if you lose this amount of weight, I'll approve you for the weight loss surgery. And they just can't seem to do it.
I don't know. I know. And again, my goal is to, every bariatric program in America needs to have a class on mindset. That's the issue. It's not that It's the mind. They can't control it. They go home and they just, it's hard. Listen, I get it. It's hard, but it's a mindset thing.
Yeah,
It's a mindset thing.
you're right. I'm going to work on that starting tonight. I'm going to work on my mindset because usually I'm so good at this thing, right? And I'm just always wondering, there's always like one weakness. I feel like in my businesses, in my work, in my marriage, in my, in my relationships, I feel like a rock star. And I'm
Right.
just like, I can get all this shit done and I can't lose no weight. And my husband's like, well, you've done it before. You were able to do it before. Yeah, but right now, the one thing that's bothering me.
You said you're how old?
Why you want to put me on blast? But I'm kidding. 48. 48.
I thought you said 34. I was about to say, girl.
No, girl. I'm 18 months to 50, honey.
You don't even, okay, well, you look 34, okay? I'm about to say.
Well, thank you. But the thing is, we've been home. Well, I've been home from work since March, right? And I know a lot of people who work at my federal government gig that during this time, they have gotten weight loss surgery. So they're going to be going back to work snatched. And I'm going back the opposite. So I'm like, sis, you can't be the one going back. So I got to get it together because I can't do that. I don't want to be that girl.
Well, I'm going to be here to help you anyway. I'm going to start sending you motivational videos every day if I have to.
Yeah, for real. I got to work on my mindset because I don't want to be that one. One of my coworkers told me they had to go up to the building and they said that somebody who was chuffly, they lost like 70 pounds or something like that. And they said they were going to walk right past them. They didn't recognize them. And I feel like I'm about to be on the opposite. They going to walk by me and not know it's me. Like, girl.
I can't. No. And that's the thing. Also, mindset. Stop speaking that.
You're right. You're right.
Yes.
It's changing tonight.
Listen, my boyfriend has lost almost 100 pounds. And just by my...
Wait, from you doing keto?
From him eating like I eat. But also, he works out, but because he, not as much as he should, because he has some underlying conditions. But he's dropped the weight. And I think it's just his mindset and it's all that together. Like, they just be dropping the weight just because he's like, it's so easy. I'm losing weight every day, babe. Look, I'm skinny. Look, I'm skinny. I'm skinny. Like, just
how many times a day does he eat?
He don't eat enough either. I tell him that too. He will be that one eat a day too. But at least I try to get him to eat 3 meals. He's always on the go, entrepreneur as well. I'm like, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
And so I'm always starving because I can only eat a cup of food per sitting. So I'm always hungry.
Still, so how many years ago was your surgery?
4 years ago.
And in 4 years, like, okay, so I do know a person that had to get this surgery twice. So in 4 years, some people, start to eating and they stretch it back out.
Yep. I don't understand why people do that. It makes me so mad.
You have still been maintaining a way to only eat that small bit.
So let me tell you, my doctor, I call him Saint Shope, because he initially, because there's different surgeries. There is the VSG, which I have. That's the vertical sleeve where they take 80% of your stomach and they leave you with the banana.
Yeah.
And then it's the full gastric bypass where they reroute your intestines and stuff. And that's what he wanted me to have because you lose the most weight. And mind you, I'm 5'4", 5'5", and I was 387 pounds. So he wanted me to have that one. I was like, you're not messing with my intestines. No. I want to have this surgery. He said, well, you're not going to lose that much weight. You're only going to lose 80 pounds. But what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to make your stomach the size of an egg. I was like, say what? He was like, yeah, I'm making size of an egg. I was like, okay. So people, till this day, I'm 4 years out, And most people who are 1 year out, they can eat more than I can because he made my stomach so small. And me trying to stretch this baby out, I don't like throwing up, and I can't do it. So,
Well, do you miss food any?
nope, because I still eat everything I want. It's fun now because now I eat my little bit, and I'm like, hey, I can. It's now I just live a healthy lifestyle, like moderation. I eat whatever. And sometimes you be like, dang, I'm full, but I'll just come back and eat it later. So I don't miss food at all.
So when you first had it, you didn't have issues with missing food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
I'm asking for a friend.
Yes. Yes, of course, because like especially the first month when you can't eat any food, like you really really miss food. And then I would say probably you have to adjust, give yourself a year, because you have to readjust to this new way of eating, because the first year is when your restriction is the smallest, and you're gonna be like, this is all I can eat, and you're gonna be a lot of throwing up. I mean, it's just the thing. So you got to make sure you don't overeat, but you're gonna miss food. But again, you got to change your mindset. Like, I was so ready, like, I guess being overweight my entire life, I was just like, I'm gonna do this. This is my last chance, and I'm not gonna mess it up. I ain't gonna fuck this one up. So it's my last chance.
So I was asking my friend about, okay, this your first Thanksgiving. So, how'd you make out? Because I know that's got to be a huge adjustment. Thanksgiving, how we do, we going to eat. Then we're going to settle down a bit. Then we're going to go back to some more and all that. So, were your holidays, affected? Were you like a big cooker for the holidays anyway?
Yeah, I'm a cook anyway. That's what I do. So I'm always cooking every holiday meal. I'm the chef, but it's fine. Like, it didn't bother me, and I still cook. Like, I cook for people all the time. I just love it. So no, I never had any issues with that. I just look at it like I still get to taste it all. I may not can't eat as much as I used to, but I still get to taste it. So again, my mindset, it's all good.
So I want to tell everybody that my comments were stuck, and I just scrolled them, and I see where there's so much stuff, but now I miss them. Now I see them, and since we're coming down to the wire, if anybody has anything now that I can see, feel free to shout it out there. But someone's asking, was that a good idea to get an egg-sized stomach?
For my doctor, yes, because I guess for him, he wanted me to lose the amount of weight that I needed. I'm still healthy. I don't have any like malnutrition or anything. I take my vitamins. My vitals are great. I always have great blood work. I'm the healthiest I've been in my life. So yes, it was a great idea.
All right, so let me ask you about that, because I know some people who've had the surgery who have a rough time taking all those vitamins. So 4 years out, you still take all of them?
Absolutely.
So it's like for the rest of your life, you taking them forever and ever. Amen.
So I take a multivitamin. I take a calcium. I take a B12 and a hair, skin, and nail. That's all I take. And all of mine are gummies. So except for my multivitamin. And I know they tell you can't have gummies. That's bullshit. Yes, you can. Now, I wouldn't recommend it a year out until after the year, but you can definitely have gummies. So all of mine are gummies except my multivitamin. I use a liquid multivitamin. But yeah, it's easy. I'm like popping candy. I take it every day. And like I said, my vitals are good. I still have my blood work is good. I don't have any issues, so I'm a living witness that they say you can't take gummies, but you can and still be healthy.
Okay. Keisha wants to know, is it bad to eat pineapples daily?
Yes.
I was going to go ahead and answer that, but I was like, I'm going to let you go ahead and answer that. And Keisha, guess what? Keisha. So when I went to my doctor and I was saying, I hated it when they would like get up on the scale. I'm like, I don't want to get on the scale, because I knew that they were going to be like all over me, right? So my nurse practitioner, she told me to make sure when I'm trying to lose weight, because I was like, well, for the morning, I just want to have some fruit, whatever. She said, whatever you do, Crystal, do not eat bananas, period.
No.
She was like, make that be the last thing you ever eat. Don't eat a banana.
It's like a banana got like 20 something grams of sugar. Like that's one of the sugary fruits there is.
Yeah, so I don't eat bananas no more.
I taste bananas
up. Which liquid multivitamin does she use? Did you say liquid or did you say a gummy?
I use a liquid multivitamin. So
okay.
I use, there's a company called Herbal Goodness. And if you come to my page, I have some stuff on them. But they have natural liquids. They're elixirs, and it's a moringa leaf. And it has all these natural ingredients, and I love it. I put it in my tea. I can't taste it, or I'll just take a spoonful because it tastes like sugar, like a... What's it? Agave? It kind of tastes like agave. So you can put it in your tea, or you can just take it, and it's great.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Say it again.
Herbal Goodness. Let me see if I can type it.
Herbal Goodness. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting?
So I think it's great, right? But it ain't for me because I got to eat. I listen. People who can go the whole day. Now I might do it if I'm working and I don't realize that I'm out busy and I haven't eaten. But for me to be like, okay, so I'm gonna eat between this window and this, my stomach too small. I can't do that because I eat my little bit of food and I'm hungry 45 minutes later. So I can't do that. But I do. It does work. I know a lot of people who do it. I recommend it to people who can do it. I am not a fan. You know how people say, oh, stick to it. I am not a fan of doing anything you don't like because you're never going to stick to it. So that's why people don't last on their diet or their diets or whatever, because you're not enjoying yourself. So you're not going to stick to it.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing, but I can't do it. I got to eat.
Yeah. So guys, if there's no more questions, we're going to start wrapping up. I wanted to ask you something. Do you have any advice for people who are on the fence about the surgery, or they've been thinking about it, considering it? You have any advice for them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So listen, I tell everybody who asks me this, because I have so many deep questions in my inbox. This is an amazing surgery. Amazing surgery. But make sure you do your research. Make sure you talk to your doctor. And make sure you're ready to commit, because it's not the end all be all. You can't get it. I know a lot of people who get this surgery and think they can still go through life eating cheeseburgers and french fries every day. You're going to be mad. You're going to be mad when a year later and you start gaining that weight back, and you're going to be like, Rochelle, I'm gaining all my weight back. Do the right thing. Make sure you're ready to commit. It's a tool. You got to do the work. I'm so hard on people because people think it's just, I'm gonna go. It's a quick fix. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Keisha wants to know: have you ladies tried? Is that Goalie gummies?
Goalies. That's the white bottle with the red writing. No, I haven't, but I
have not.
Are they good?
I don't try much of anything. Like, I need to find the thing that's for me and that works for me. I don't commit well to stuff, so.
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to really have to find a way.
Yeah, I need to find that thing that's fun. And keto was fun for me. I enjoyed all the food. It was just delicious. But my asthma didn't like it. My allergies didn't like it. And that's the thing. It's other things on keto that, yes, I can eat. But the things that were so delicious and I loved.
How about you try paleo?
I can try that.
So paleo is the same thing, except you can't have the dairy part.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that does not like me. That dairy is not my friend. So yeah, maybe I'll try that.
Paleo is more caveman-esque, because, back in the day, caveman only. So you can have fruit on paleo. Like, you can have sweet potatoes on paleo, where you can't really do too many sweet potatoes and things like that on keto. So you can definitely try paleo and just, eliminate the cheese.
Keisha, I be taking shots of the apple cider vinegar.
Me too. I have my little cocktail, apple cider vinegar, honey. and I knock it back in a little bit of water, lemon juice.
Oh, somebody's talking to Keisha there. Yeah, so I guess that's it. It's been an informal, an informational session. I learned a lot.
Thank
And
you.
Somebody's talking to you.
Oh.
Are you on Christians Live Sunday? I have been
Oh,
thinking about weight surgery. What are some questions you should ask your doctor?
the main question is basically, do they recommend it? Do they think it's something that you qualify for? Because one, if you want to go through your insurance, you're definitely going to have to qualify. Like, you have to be a certain, well, just for the surgery anyway, you have to have a certain, in the States, you have to have a certain BMI. You have to meet these qualifications. So definitely talk to your physician and ask, like, do you meet the qualifications? I don't know if you have any other underlying conditions, because this surgery, if you do have conditions like heartburn and GERD and things like that, they recommend certain things. So you have to just make sure you are able to have the surgery, and not, because it could really, I know people who it really didn't do well for them, like they got sick. So you have to make sure you can do it.
I know I have a question, my last question. So, what do you think about this kind of thing?
Is that Crystal Light or the drops?
It's Mio.
All day long. Do it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a sugar free. I like people. Oh, don't get the sugar free. No, get the sugar free. I used to stay with the Mios. That's how I used to get my kids to drink the water. Put the Mios, the Crystal Light, the little dollar packets Hawaiian Punch. When I first got on my weight loss surgery, I was turning them things up, because I don't like water.
I can drink it, but I prefer some of this. Somebody has a really good question here. Did you need help when you got home? I'm by myself and hoping to have it next month. Did you need help when you got home?
Yes.
For how long?
For 3 days at least. You need to have somebody with you for 3 days, because the first day you're going to definitely just be in the bed and you are not going to want to move. So you're going to need somebody there for you, and just to help you get around, because the first 3 days are always the toughest, because we didn't have anything. So like before surgery, we didn't eat, and after surgery, you ain't eating. So you're gonna be weak. You're gonna need somebody there.
So how many days did you stay in the hospital? Did you stay there 2 days or
1 day, 24 hours? And I was
okay,
out.
you only stayed 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So because they do it laparoscopically now, so they don't really. It's 3 little.
It's minimally invasive, right?
Exactly. Yes. So
how was your pain?
The first 24 hours, I have go look at my reel, and you can see me in the reel sitting up in the chair like this. I was in so much pain. I was so high. My pastor came to visit me, and I could barely talk to him. It was horrible. Like, you're supposed to get up and walk the floor. I cussed the nurse out. I'm not walking nowhere. I walked one time and said, send me home. It was the worst experience ever. But then I got home the next day, and I felt so much better. I got into my bed and I was comfortable. And day 3, I was in the grocery store. So
okay, so you touched on this a little teeny bit in the beginning. I know September said she got on late. No, maybe that wasn't September that said she got on late. But listen, so this is a good question, because I do want to know this. Inquiry minds want to know, right? So what about you was 387 pounds, now like around 150. What about the skin?
I can't wait to get it removed. This here, you want to see it?
You gonna let us see, child? You know I'm nosy. I want to see.
I'm gonna show y'all my tummy. So you would look and be like, oh, she snatched, right? Girlfriend snatched, until I do this and show you all of this.
Oh, wow.
So this is my, whole stomach, and this is what I have to deal with. And like, I have to make sure this right here, because I can get rashes here, because it goes like this, and then I can get rashes here. So I really have to make sure that I am putting my stuff here. But yeah, This is my skin. Of course, I have the skin here, and then you can't see my thighs, but they just sag kind of low. I can't stand my thighs. That's the worst for me. Like, I can't wait to get a thigh lift so I can wear shorts, because I can't wear shorts unless I wear stockings, because that's how my legs, they just droop. But it's not bad. It's not as bad as
I
I
was gonna
thought it
say
was going
my
to be.
stomach looked like that after I gave birth, honey.
I can't. So it's not that bad for me. Like, I don't think it's that bad. It's manageable. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, I could literally go through life with this like this and be okay. But I want to be snatched. I work hard. I want to wear a bikini. So I'm going to get my work done.
Yeah. It's not bad. I'm telling you, mine was like that after but I will admit, so I had my son 1 month before my 19th birthday. But when I got pregnant, when I first went in for my test, I was 100 pounds. And then by the time I delivered, I was 187 and a quarter. The baby, because I was on bed rest for the whole time. So I gained 87 pounds and a quarter. And it was just all like my skin, you could just pull it out. So, girl, by the time I was 22, I was watching Oprah show. And she had this plastic surgeon on there from right around the parts where I lived. And I went right and got that tummy tuck. And so I got my tummy tuck 29 years ago. Worst experience of my whole entire life. And the procedure now, I know people who are getting it. It's they've come a long way with it. Like, it was archaic and barbaric when I got it, honey.
I could only
the
imagine.
Staples from hip to hip and the drains and everything. It was just so bad. It was like I thought I was going to die. Like, it was way worse than childbirth or anything that I could imagine. And they had told me at the time, they're like, oh, well, probably in the next 10 years or so, you'll need to get maintenance. I'm like, bullshit. Y'all will never see me again.
As much pain as you put me through, you think I'm coming back here so you can put me through some more pain? Hell no.
Y'all will never see me again. Bye-bye. Whatever happens, they were like, you'll get, dog tails. You know how you have that incision going from hip to hip, then the skin kind of goes over. I'm like, doggy ears, they call it. I'm like, I don't give a damn. If it's horse ear, I don't care, elephant ears, whatever the hell it is,
I'm not coming back.
Yes, honey.
I understand. Listen,
Tracy, you don't need nothing.
I gotta get something now.
No, but yes, you have done an amazing job. I'm super proud of you, and thanks for inspiring everybody and motivating them and helping us with our mindsets. I needed it. I'm gonna go back and watch this again because I gotta get my mind right. My friend out there, out here, China, Chanel, that's out there riding her bike all the time and everything. I'm looking at her like, she is doing such an amazing job, just staying fit and just being active since we've been off from work, and I'm so not active like that, but I need to be better, and I'm gonna start speaking it, and I'm gonna do better, even if it's me going up and down these steps or something.
Yep, that's what I said. That's what my mother-in-law do. She walk up and down her steps in her sauna suit.
Yeah, girl, I got my little sauna suit, and my driveway is like a little over a quarter of a mile long.
You better be walking the driveway.
Girl, look. Sometimes I'm like all on it and I be walking the driveway. Then other times I feel like I saw a little snake or something because it's through the woods, right? And sometimes I feel like I might have the deer are running. It's all kind of little animals running. But every now and again I see something and be like, I ain't walking
that would be me too. I'm such a scary girl. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, I saw a bug. I'm not coming back.
Tracy said my driveway is 2 miles long.
You need to be out there on that
driveway. It might be. But like when I do, I'll go like, 5 up and 5 down a day. It's a lot. And I noticed such a difference in my body that I gotta be back to it. Everybody is saying, please save this live. I want to watch from the beginning. Yay. Now, last week when I tried it, I was not successful because, last week was my first live ever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, and you did such a phenomenal job. And it's so funny that your first brand ambassadors are friends. Did you know that?
No, not until you said something, and then he said something.
I was like, that's my Man, we used to be in a social group together on Facebook, and that's my homie. I was like, look at him. I can't.
Now let me ask you, am I the only one who has the capability of saving this? Can you save from your side just in case I don't do right?
I don't think so, because I'm on yours.
Lord, child! Thank you, Miss Melanie. This is my second one.
So when you hit in, it should ask you to save it.
All right, so what is hit in? Because I just hit the
share
X.
it to your store, or share it to your feed, or something like that, and then that's how it saves.
All right, so hang on. So when we get done, I hit the X up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then it should pop up that says save. Because last week I did not see that, but I'm not gonna close anything out until I want to try and save it.
Well, let me leave first
Okay.
and see what it says.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Listen, Rochelle is our awesome, amazing ambassador. Support her. Show them your shirt because she is the leader of the pack. She's out here showing everybody how to get snatched. She's the leader of the pack. Right. We have that shirt on our site. And use her code FLYROW, FLYROW at theflytravelline.com. And I shall see you guys next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the baggage from growing up fatherless. And I'm excited to talk about that, even though, I knew my dad and all that kind of stuff. He passed away suddenly from a heart attack when I was about, I was in the 12th grade. So I was like 16 or so. So anyway, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have any final and last words?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and thank you for choosing me as a brand ambassador. So that means I got to travel more. So I'm like, where we going, sis? I'm so excited.
Popping post-COVID. As soon as COVID is out of here, we are
got to get COVID out of here so we can go.
All right. Well, I shall talk to you later. And I have something for you. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks again for everything.
Thank
you. Exit stage left now, so I can see.
All right. It's gonna work this time, I promise. Right. Bye. Bye.
Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. Good night, Keisha. Good night, Sherry.